a dog's got unconditional love for you. It doesn't matter what you do. Sometimes the dogs are probably too forgiving for some people. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, they're there for you. And that's what I mean. When you treat them well and kind, they'd do anything for you. My dogs would die for me. Every day's a Friday. When you love what you do, you don't have to work a day in your life. I train border collies, and we have a cattle producing property up here at Loggy Plateau, just outside of Billawheeler. My border collie is a big part of my operation here because I predominantly am a one-man band. You know, like a good dog will do the work of three men. They know where to be, when to be. They apply the right amount of pressure. They know how the whole operation works, and whether it's cattle work or not, or fencing or whatever, they're there beside me. I always say that champions are born, not bred. The first thing that I look for in a dog, it's got to try. So it's the temperament of the dog. Once your dog has confidence, he has control. So if there's any sort of fear involved in that, that dog isn't confident, so he's not going to be making clear decisions. So he's going to get hurt, or he's going to get one of the other dogs hurt. A lot of dogs can sort of half bluff their way through things too, but I want that dog that walks up flat-footed to the nose. Walk up. Walk over. Push up. Walk up. I don't just look at a dog as a dog. I look at that dog as another mind, and I've got to tailor my training to suit that dog. Like, there's no one hard, fast rule to training a dog, because they're all different, just like humans. Everyone's looking for that unicorn that's got everything. You don't get that. There's always faults in dogs, just like humans. Here, Pearl, come. Sit there. Get out, Pearl. I always start on sheep until they're competent enough to move on to cattle. So for me, they won't move on to cattle until they're confident with sheep, because if they can't work sheep properly, they're never going to work something that's 10 times the size of a sheep. Over. Walk. Brutus, come. Here, get up. Brutus. Back. intruders over, 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 over. They're bastards for that. There's a blooper shot. Where I used to live, next door to me had Santa Gertrudis cattle, so red cattle, and we had Brangus cattle, which is black, and they used to always get through the fence into the neighbours. So I'd go over there, this bitch I had called Danny. I think it was about twice that I went over there and she knew that mine were black and they were red, and we'd get them out, and by the third time she went in there and they'd be all boxed in with the neighbours' cattle, and she'd go in between all the cattle and pluck out all the black ones, one by one, and group them all up, and take them back through the gate. See, back then I had a brilliant team of dogs, but I didn't even know what I had. You know, and the time coming, I lost all those, and then I realised how lucky I was. That's the part then where I really got into the training and what I needed to do, and I think I've got better dogs now than I had back then, but what I had then, yeah, I didn't know what I had until I lost it. You know, not everyone can train a dog, but as long as they understand how to handle them and let them do what they do, that's how they get the best out of them. They teach me as well. They're one of my biggest teachers. They've taught me a lot how to read stock just by looking at a good dog, just the way they're in and out of those flight zones and the pressure and release that they do. They've taught me more than anything. Oh, look, I've had dogs that have been sent to me that are pretty well wrecked. 98% of the time it's man-made, any problems with dogs. Those sorts of dogs, you're better off just retiring them to a bloody, as a pet dog. You know, their working life is, really should be just someone's pet.
Yeah, no, he's passionate about his dogs, lives and breeds them. When I met Nathan, he had a Border Collie at the time, but not a working Border Collie, so ever since I've known him, he's had that man's best friend by his side, and now they're just man's best friend that are part of his team. Let's just say he knows his dog's birthdays better than his own children's.
There's a saying, if you want to learn how to love, buy yourself a dog. You need to buy the right dog for your operation too. There's plenty of different dogs that do different things, but do your homework, do your research and find the dog that suits you and your operation, because at the end of the day, when you go to an auction and you buy the wrong dog, you think that you've lost out, but it's not you, it's the dog that's lost out. That poor bastard didn't pick you or choose you. You made the mistake of choosing the wrong dog, so he's the one that pays for it. One thing that you go to auctions, that if a dog makes decent money because you've spent a lot of time and effort into that dog, that you'd like to think that someone appreciates that dog just as much as you did, and the time you put into it and the investment that they made, that they look after that dog. And it's something that, you know, I've got to move forward, and someone else will get the enjoyment out of those dogs that I have. Like the sale that I've got coming up with Pearl, like she's just turning 6 years old. So yeah, it's not easy, but yeah, you know, someone else will get to enjoy them as much as I did too. My name's Nathan Carr. I'm the trainer of Tandera working dogs, and I'm the luckiest man in the world because I get to work with these pan lickers every day.